Hello everyone, Cabal here, and welcome back to Trammelpick. It looks like we have a decent stock of iron bars, so we're going to go ahead and start smithing some armor and weapons. So we're going to make 10 iron helms, breastplate, gauntlets, greaves, high boots, shields, and battle axes. Next we're going to go ahead and start making some more bedrooms. I'm actually going to make one change to our bedroom design. I'm actually going to get rid of these tables and chairs, because it turns out that dwarves won't use the dining hall if they have a table and chair in their bedroom. The reason why I want to do this is because a social dwarf is a happy dwarf. As you can see here, our armor is already being made. Let's also dig further down. I'm going to create a little area right here so that we can store our metal bars there. Oh joy, an Elven caravan arrived. I can't wait for them to complain about all the trees I cut down. Actually, I was looking at what the elves have, and it looks like they have a turkey hen. That actually is grabbing one of those is actually probably a good idea, because then we can have access to eggs. Gotta make sure not to accidentally sell them the bin, otherwise they'll be quite upset with me. Oh, I completely forgot they don't like shells either, so now they're mad at me. Who needs you anyway? Don't come back. I'm gonna cut down some additional trees just out of spite. Well, it looks like we struck some tetrahedrite, which means we have some silver and copper. To keep up with the new demand for additional charcoal, we're going to go ahead and place down some more wood furnaces. It looks like Toulon is possessed by an unknown force. Toulon has claimed the jeweler's workshop, and she keeps muttering, Orshorishim Othilstad. Toulon, our broker, has created Orshorishim. Never mind, I'm gonna skip that. A perfect smoky quartz. She offers it to the polished handles. The translation of the gem is Webbed Summer the Weak Taxes. This is a perfect smoky quartz. All craftsmanship is of the highest quality. It is encrusted with single cut smoky quartzes. So I set up a conditional work order for cutting gems. I only want them to cut gems when there's more than 10 rough gems. This will make sure that we have some rough gems just in case there's a strange mood that needs one. So it looks like our stray dog here is getting into fights with Carp, and they're running away from him. Or her. A human caravan has arrived. The broker Toulon meets with the human high treasurer Ersi. On behalf of the Merchants Guild, let me extend greetings to your people. There is much to discuss. I think we're going to set up a trade agreement for some dogs and cows. And in exchange, they want thread. However, that's going to be a little bit difficult. We don't have our clothing industry ready yet. I think we're just going to trade them for some cloth and leather. We're running a little bit low on drink and plants to turn into drinks. We're going to go ahead and trade for some of their fruits and stuff. Well, we finally found where that dog that went missing is. Nish, our fish dissector, gave birth to the first baby in the fortress, Nil. Welcome to the world. Now hurry up and grow up and get to work. We're going to dig out a room and turn it into a barracks, but first we're also going to need armor stands. So we're going to create 10 wooden armor stands. And then we're also going to need beds. We're also going to need a militia commander. However, we don't have anyone that has any skills, so we're going to have to start from scratch, at least for now. Let's make Moral our militia commander. For no particular reason. It actually turns out that Moral does have some combat skills, so at least there's that. Now that we have a barracks, we're also going to have to create a squad. And actually, even before we do that, we're going to have to create a uniform. So I want breastplates, helms, greaves, gauntlets, high boots, shields, and for this squad I'm going to do battle axes. We're just going to call it axe, confirm and save, and then we assign the uniform. Now they'll automatically go and pick up their weapons, but we're actually having to assign more manpower to this squad. Usually for military squads, I usually assign those that aren't quite as important. So we're going to add Coggin to the squad, Asmil, Udil, and Adil. Now that we have in a squad, we're going to assign them to this barracks. We're going to allow them to sleep here, train here, and store their equipment here. Next, we need to set up their training schedule. I'm going to do staggered training for now. So, what that looks like is 3 months training, 3 months off training, and then so on. After digging down a couple more Z levels, we found limonite, which is another iron-bearing ore. So the entire reason why I'm digging down is I'm trying to find the first cavern layer. We struck some limestone, which is a flux stone that we can use to create steel. While we're on the limestone layer, we're gonna create some exploratory mine shafts by using this pattern with 2 tiles in between each line to search for more minerals and metals. But I'm also mostly just doing this because it also gives us a reason to mine out some limestone. Tulon gave birth to a baby girl, our second baby in the fortress, and her name is Zolben. Interestingly enough, we found some bituminous coal, which is very useful. We can actually slow down on the charcoal production if we mine this out. The reason why we'll be able to slow down on charcoal is because bituminous coal makes coke, which is much more efficient to make than charcoal. So I've deconstructed 3 of the wood burners. Now I'm going to replace them with smelters instead. Now I'm going to set up a work order to make coke from bituminous coal. We're going to make 10 if there's less than 10 available. It's early autumn again, which means we'll be expecting a caravan from the mountain home sometime soon. As you can see here, our militia is training, and Moral is leading the charge here by leading a dodging demonstration. Ilaral has given birth to a baby boy, who's also named Ilaral. Ah, there they are. There's the caravan from the mountain home. The expedition leader Altir meets with the outpost liaison Brigoth. I am your liaison from Mountain Homes. Let's discuss your situation. There is much to share. I'm actually in a great need. Somehow all my plump helmets disappeared, and I'm not sure why. I think it's because I didn't get a lot of seeds. So, we'll have to buy some more. It looks like they have a little bit of drink. We're also going to take what drink they have, because we need it. We're also going to take some of their plump helmet seeds, and some gypsum plaster, which we can use later for our hospital. Let's also take a couple bins of leather and sheep wool, and some pigtail cloth. And we'll take some cheese, because why not? Nish, our carpenter, while she was out on the surface, got into a fight with a gray languar, and it looks like, if you look here, the carpenter hacks the gray languar in the head with her copper battle axe, and the severed part sails off in an arc. Nish just beheaded a gray languar, and here's its corpse as proof. It looks like Dadak and Rith here have also killed a gray languar. It looks like we have a little bit of a pest problem. So Likot and Stodir here are beating up on this poor gray languar, and they just killed it. It looks like some of the dwarven caravan guards are going after the last couple languars. Let's follow them around and see what happens. They're still chasing it. They might be too fast for them. Oop, they split up. Which one is he going to go for? Yeah, that's just way too fast for him. Oop, it might catch up. They're just chasing this poor languar around. Well, I hope they catch it and get rid of it, because they're a little bit of annoying. They're a little bit of annoyance. Oop, I think they caught it. Oh, they got it good. It looks like it fell into the river and died. In the meantime, our carpenter is possessed by a strange mood and has claimed a carpenter's workshop. Mistim, our carpenter, keeps muttering Enbandalzat and Zisholan. Wonder what that means. Mistim, our carpenter, has created Enbalzat and Zisholan, a ginkgo wood chair. He offers it to the polished handles. Let's go ahead and take a look at what exactly this ginkgo chair looks like. Enbaldalzat and Zisholan. Lather matched the alchemical flag. This is a ginkgo wood chair. All craft workmanship is of the highest quality. It is decorated with rope reed and encircled with bands of ginkgo wood and rectangular chert cabacons. This object is adorned with hanging rings of ginkgo wood and menaces with spikes of ginkgo wood. Very nice. So it looks like this map only goes down to Z level -24, which means we've definitely missed the first cavern layer. So we're going to have to do some exploration. Looks like while doing some exploratory mining, we actually found some lignite, which, much like bituminous coal, makes coke. So we have a second source of coke for making metal bars and other stuff. I'm going to create a small room to put nest boxes and our turkey hens in. For all of our hens, we're going to need 5 nest boxes, and we're just going to make them out of wood because it's cheaper. If the nest box is down, each stray hen or equivalent animal, so like a goose, for example, will claim a nest box and lay their eggs. Now, if you want to increase how many hens you have, all you need to do is when they lay eggs, go ahead and forbid it, which means these 14 eggs will be fertilized. The eggs will be fertilized by the turkey gobbler, which means when they hatch, we'll have 14 new turkeys. It is now currently winter. I think we're going to have to increase the size of our general stockpile. This is no longer going to cut it. Doing some exploratory mining looking for that cavern, and while I haven't found it yet, I have found plenty of magnetite and tetrahedrite, which we can use. In other words, probably not going to run out of iron anytime soon. I've temporarily assigned Kivish here, our mason, to mining duties because we have a long way to go before we mine all this out. I'm going to try a different strategy here. I'm just going to dig in every direction, in one straight line in every direction, just to see if maybe, just maybe, I can find this quicker this way. I'm going to put in a work order for 200 rock crafts, just for the next time a caravan comes by. Looks like our turkey eggs hatched, which means we have quite a few turkeys now. Which also means we're going to have to expand this a little bit just so they have enough room. I'm going to turn off chores for children because they tend to end up hanging around the refuse stockpile, which makes them upset. So, lucky for them, they no longer have to do chores. It is now spring once again, which means our fortress has officially turned 2 years old. And that means that is all the time I have for today. Thank you for watching. If you've made it this far, please consider liking and subscribing. Or if you'd like, leave a comment below, because it does help. Thank you for watching. Bye!